Hello everyone, and welcome back to another interactive fiction adventure club. It's me, Miss Nicole, or Nicole, whichever you prefer to call me, and we are going to be doing something a little different. This is actually a picture book. Most of our things that we do are either in the juvenile fiction section or sometimes the young adult fiction section. So we don't normally do something that's an easy picture book. But this one is called Endlessly Ever After, Pick Your Path to Countless Fairy Tale Endings by Laurel, Snyder, and Dan Santat. I think he was the one who did the illustrations. So it says, pick your path to countless fairy tale endings. A story of Little Red Riding Hood, Jack, Hansel, Gretel, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White, a wolf, a witch, a goose, a grandmother, some pigs, and endless variations. So if this is your first time in an interactive fiction adventure club, this is not a book that I'm going to read cover to cover. We're going to read to a certain point and then we'll make a decision. To do that, we're going to roll this. So I believe, I should have previewed it, but yeah, so there's normally going to be like two different decisions that we will make. The first one at the top, if we get a 1, a 3, or a 5 when I roll this, we'll make the top decision. And if we get a 2, a 4, and 6, which are the even numbers on this, we'll make the bottom one. So let's get started. Your mama shakes you out of bed. She says, "My darling dear, you need to run to Grandma's house, quick. She's feeling ill, I fear. Now take this cake to cheer her up and have a lovely day. But mind the path, for danger tends to lurk along the way." So you jump up and you give a nod, and through the room you tear. But wait, you'll need to grab your coat. It's rather cool out there. What next, Rosie? What coat will you wear? To slip your coziest faux fur coat, turn to page 20 to grab your favorite red cape. So we're going to do this and roll. It's not a good roll. We got a 6, which is an even number. That means we're going to go to the bottom. So we're going to grab our favorite red cape. Now think about a fairy tale which features a red cape. What path do you think we're going to go along? A wolf is waiting by your path out the morning sun. "I like your fine red cape," he says. "You heading for someplace fun?" "I'm off to see my grandmother," you tell him, your toothy friend. Her house is purple with a gate down at the very end. "I haven't time to chat just now. I've got to ways to walk. But have a lovely afternoon. Another time we'll talk." The wolf just nods his furry head and quickly slips away. He flicks his tail and disappears into a sunny day. And standing on the path alone, you fear you've been unwise. You can't forget his claws or jaws, his shifty yellow eyes. You wish you hadn't met the wolf. You wish you didn't know exactly how to plan to walk and where you mean to go. Now what, Rosie? Are you going to let the wolf scare you away from your adventure? Yes, silly. Wolves are no joke. To go back inside and start fresh tomorrow, or are we going to take a deep breath and can journey on? We had a 3, which that means we are going to go where we're going to start fresh tomorrow. So we're going to go back here, and this time, since we already did the red cape, we are going to go with the cozy one. So we're going to go there. Inside your coat, as warm as toast, you skip through every glade. You soon be at your grandma's house and sipping lemonade. But when you get down to the path, you find there's something new, a house you've never seen before. It's brick and in the door, bright blue. You know your gran is waiting. She's sick and stuck in bed. But you wouldn't hurt to quickly knock on this fine door instead. Now what, Rosie? Are you going to knock on this completely unfamiliar door? So 1, we've wasted plenty of time already, you know it. So hurry to your grandmother's house, or are we going to stop just a minute and meet your neighbor? All right, 2, so we're going to go with the bottom one where we're going to stop and meet the neighbor. You knock and wait and knock, and then you knock a little more. At last, the window opens up and someone's at the door. "It's me, you call. It's Rosie. I came to say hello." At the door, the pig begins to shriek, "The wolf's returned! Oh no!" "You've got it wrong," you try to say. "I'm not a wolf, not me. I'm just a girl inside a coat. I'll take it off, you'll see." But then, of course, your zipper's stuck. Sometimes life isn't fair, and as you struggle with the zip, a large object filled the air. As the dish rains down on furniture, the pygmy gives a cry. I'll take revenge for oink and boink. You vile wolf must die. And though you turn to run away, there isn't much time for that. You're finished in all the seconds, and you've never heard the splat. The end. Well, that did not turn out well for us. When you can check this book out, and I'm just gonna get a little closer to the pit so you can see the picture. Your warm coat turns out to have little ears on it, and that's why they thought you were the wolf. So I would say you can definitely check this out to check out the illustrations because they're really cool. So now let's go back to here where we had to make the decision whether we were going to either go to knock on the door and introduce ourselves, and we know what happens. We end up getting splatted, or we just continue on to Grandma's house. So let's continue on to Grandma's house and see what happens. Your grandma's waiting for her cake. You will not let her down, but as you near the cottage, a shadow hits the ground. A wolf has found you, gives you a grin. My furry friend, let's flee. I bet you're headed where I am in the deep woods jamboree. We're sure to find delicious treats and wolfish games galore. Why don't you wander off the path of such fun we have in store? What next, Rosie? That sounds like fun. Are you going to go with him? Are we going to head along with our new furry friend, or we're going to continue on to Grandma's house? Let's see. All right, so we got a 4, so that means we are going to try to continue on to Grandma's house. Of course, you say no thanks, and you run as fast as you can flee. You're so hot that you have to hang your coat upon a tree. But since you've stopped, you think you'll sit and take a tiny rest. And when you do, somehow the sun slips quickly to the west. At last you're awake. It's gotten late. You have to move. Go now, quick. You scurry over to the path, but which way should you pick? Now what, Rosie? You really shouldn't have taken that nap. Now you've lost your way. Are we going to try this way or that? Okay, so now you're at a crossroads. I rolled the die and we got a 5, and the 5 means we're going to try this way. You run until you find a house you've never seen before, with chocolate-coated gummy bits all stuck all above the door. The porch is made of toffee. There's no bricks. Instead, the walls are glazed with caramel and built of gingerbread. You knock once, you whistle, you wait, and you wonder, and at last you try the knob and it breaks off in your hand. You know someone must live here. It isn't your taste, but oh, the smell's delicious. It shouldn't go to waste. Where'd the cottage come from? How to get waylaid? You swear you never left the place. You're not sure how you strayed. What next, Rosie? Surely you can take one little bite, right? So are we going to take one little bite of the knob, or are we going to step inside and have a look around? So which fairy tale does this one remind you of? Okay, we got we got a 1, so we are going to take a bite. You take one nibble, you lick and chew, and the bite, extra yummy, gooey gummy, crisp and rich and light. You hear a cackle, you shout a witchy glee. You find you're caught in licorice. You wiggle to try to be free. But it's no use, you're stuck for good no matter how you rage. You're trapped forever in a magic candy-coated cage. The end. All right, so I am going to go back one more, and we're going to try to, instead of taking a bite, we are going to just go inside and take a look around. You push the door and peer inside. You give a little shout. A boy and girl inside a cage. Of course you let them out. An evil witch, she trapped us. She means to make a kid stew. You have to run. You have to come, or else she'll nosh on you. You sprint home to mama, and you climb inside your bed. The world is full of awful things you'll read a book instead. The end. So I'm going to stop there. I know today this one is going to be a little short. Normally I try to go a little bit longer, but I want you to be able to get to some of the endings by yourself. So this is a book that we do have in our library. And again, instead of it being in our juvenile fiction section, it is in our picture book section under Snyder. If you do need help finding it, you can ask one of the librarians, but I'll put the link for this listing in the description of this video. I'm not actually sure how many different endings, and that's why I wanted to stop. When I was flipping through it, I did see some endings we didn't go through, and this is a good sized book, so I would love to hear about what your favorite ending is, and what if we didn't get to an ending that you thought you should. What ending would you have made up to go along? What fairy tale wasn't included that you would include in this? So that is it for today, and I hope you like it. And I'm sorry it's a little short one, but again, I want to give you time to explore the different endings on your own. Bye.